Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm talking about the top 3 teams that already need to go in rebuild mode. Like, the season just started, and I'm very aware of that. But yeah, I'm gonna be getting into some teams I think need to rebuild and just need to scrap the season and start to tank and try to get a good pick in the lottery or something. So without further ado, without running on too much, let's get right into this video. Alright, but one thing I do want to say before I actually do start the video is going to be this is going to be excluding teams that are already rebuilding, like the Mavs, who are currently rebuilding, the Atlanta Hawks, they're very bad, they're still trying to rebuild. Like any teams that are very bad, like the Phoenix Suns and teams like that, that are still trying to rebuild and or in the process of rebuilding and or starting a rebuild, I'm not going to include them in the list, and I'm going to be giving the top 3 teams I think just aren't really going to go anywhere in the future, but do need to rebuild very badly if they want to keep improving or to just get a fresh start. Alright, so the first team I have on this video is going to be the Washington Wizards. Now, the reason I have them on this video is because ever since they drafted Bradley Beal to pair up with John Wall, they've been a pretty good middle-of-the-road team, a perennial playoff team that pretty much always makes it. They've made the playoffs 5 times in a 5-year period and made it to the second round 3 times, but they have never gotten farther than the second round, and that is mainly because they only have 2 stars, Bradley Beal and John Wall. Now, John Wall is a beast of a point guard, and Bradley Beal is a very good shooting guard to have on your team, but I mean, since they're so middle of the road and they're always making the playoffs, they're never going to get a good enough pick to pair anyone up with them, and their money, they don't have the best money situation, so they're not going to be getting anybody in free agency, so they're kind of stuck in this dilemma where alright, well, if we trade anyone, we're probably going to have to trade Bill or Wall, and we don't want to do that because then we're just going to be stuck in the same situation and only have 2 stars, and we won't be able to do anything. We can't sign anyone in free agency, and we can't draft anyone too good because we're never in the lottery. So, I mean, with all that, they're going to stay middle of the road, they're going to stay picking late in the first round, not getting very good players, and I mean, it's just really going to hurt the team. And we kind of seen that as this year they're starting off 1-5, so a very bad start. So, I mean, with the start of this season and just I don't think they're going anywhere and they're not going to get further than the second round anytime soon, I think that they should probably either trade John Wall or Bradley Beal. I would trade Bradley Beal probably for a first round pick from somebody, and then once you trade Bradley Beal, your team's going to get much worse. You're going to have 2 picks in the next first round or whatever when you get it. So now you're going to have your own pick because you tanked, and you're going to have a good pick, so you're going to be able to pair someone alongside John Wall, and hopefully you can keep getting good picks until eventually you build a good enough team to start competing for championships. And then you also have the pick you trade it for, so then the more picks you have, the better chance you have at rebuilding. Plus, I mean, you'll be able to start letting off bad contracts and signing better contracts so that you can get your money situation, so you can start signing people in free agency as well. They pretty much just need to restart. Washington, you never want to be in the middle of the road if you're an NBA team, as I mean, if you're in the middle of the road, you're not awful, so you're not going to be getting many picks, so you don't have much chance to get a pretty high upside young guy in the draft. But you also are in the middle, so you're not good enough to compete for a championship, so you're just going to keep getting eliminated in the playoffs. So it really just doesn't benefit your team at all to be middle of the road. And so, I mean, I think that they do need to trade either Wall or Bill if they really want to start getting places, or if they want to even try to get anyone higher than the second round. But now my second team on the list is going to be the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, the Blazers are in the same boat as the Washington Wizards. Both their stars are in the point guard and shooting guard position, and Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Now, I mean, since they drafted CJ McCollum and paired the 2 up, they've made the playoffs every single year, and they made it to the second round twice, but due to being in the West and how good the West is, they can never get past the second round. So, I mean, they're pretty much in the same situation. They're very middle of the road. They're always making the playoffs, but due to how strong the West is and just not having enough star talent around them, they just cannot really build, make a good thing, because they're never going to get a good enough draft pick to build a team around anyone, so they are never going to get that. But then they're also never going to compete for a championship because they'd have to go through teams like Golden State, Houston, OKC, Utah, and a whole bunch of other teams in the West. So, I mean, it's just going to be a big old struggle for Portland forever. So, I mean, but Portland's actually in a better situation than Washington, as, I mean, they have more pieces to trade. I mean, they have Otto Porter, still young, I would keep him. But now they can trade Bradley Beal or Damian Lillard, whoever they want to trade, plus Jusuf Nurkic, they can trade him as well, get a lot of picks, and maybe you will be able to hit on some of those picks. Now you might be able to compete for some championships further down the line once your young guys develop and maybe become future stars. So, I mean, Portland has a better chance and everything, but, I mean, they're pretty much in the same boat because, I mean, they're in a pretty small market, and being in a small market with not a lot of money, they're not going to be able to sign any big names in free agency. Like I said, the draft's always going to be a struggle because that's pretty how decent they are and always making the playoffs. And I mean, with them being linked to Damian Lillard, like trade rumors, like that he possibly might be getting traded, I'm sure that the rebuild will be starting very, very soon for Portland. And I mean, it's been a good run for the Trailblazers fans, but I think they're just never going to go anywhere with this current roster they have assembled. And I don't see them really being able to improve at all. So I mean, with this roster that they currently have, posing that they somehow make a blockbuster trade without trading CJ or Damian, I say that they have to rebuild. But now my third team on this list is going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are currently 0-6. Definitely one of the worst teams in the entire league. But for some reason, the GM continues to try to win without LeBron. He said when LeBron left that he still thinks the team can win. Obviously, you cannot win without LeBron, and they were showing it as they were 0-6. They have yet to win a game. And they still don't have a head coach right now because, I mean, they don't even have an interim head coach as they fired Tyronn Lue, which kind of makes me think maybe he's like, alright, come to his senses, maybe we should rebuild. But I'm not going to count that as them being in rebuild mode because firing your coach could mean a whole bunch of things, and that was a long time coming, even when LeBron was on the team. So, I mean, Tyronn Lue got fired, so that could be the first step to a rebuild. But, I mean, the Cavs actually have potential to start a very good rebuild, as, I mean, they have a chance to trade people like Kevin Love, who they still can get a lot of value out of. Kevin Love's still maybe an all-star level player, depending how he plays and what team he's on. So, I mean, he's still a very valuable player to a lot of teams. And you could probably get a first-round pick out of some people for him. But then also, they have veterans like Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson. And, I mean, they could definitely trade some of them. Maybe not for picks, but for some salary dumps. And teams that are competing for championships really want good veteran players. Kyle Korver is a very good veteran player. J.R. Smith, he's not a very good veteran player, but he's a good veteran player to have off your bench, probably. Tristan Thompson's still a very usable veteran center in this league. So, I mean, if they're able to trade all of them, get salary dumps, or somehow some picks, like second-round picks out of them, that would be very, very valuable for this Cavs team. Because the more picks, even if they're in the second round, I mean, they're still going to be very valuable when you're trying to rebuild. But then also, I mean, it's not like they have no young talent on the team. They have players like Rodney Hood, who's not very good, but I mean, for the Jazz, he's showing signs that he could be a very good player in this league and a good scorer. And Rodney Hood is doing decent this year, so I mean, they might be able to kind of build around him. Colin Sexton, they drafted him this year. I think he's going to be pretty good. He's showing that he can kind of play in the NBA, and I'm sure he's going to keep improving, so he should be a pretty good player. And then Larry Nance, they just gave him a new contract. They plan on being with him a while. He's very good, very athletic, and they should be able to build around those three pretty good. And then they also have Cedi Osman, who's been playing pretty well too. And I mean, I like the way he plays, very hard, he hustles a lot, and he's been playing pretty well for them as well. So I mean, if they can trade the players like George Hill, J.R. Smith, and all that, get some picks, second-round picks, or even salary dumps so they can sign some people in free agency, get some picks, they have a chance to start this rebuild very, very well. And I think Cleveland's in the best position to make a good rebuild depending how they do work it. Portland's in the second best in the Wizards. But I want to hear all your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Comment below. Do you think that the Washington Wizards should start rebuild? Do you think Portland should? Do you think the Cavs should? What team do you think would have the best rebuild? What team do you think should not rebuild? What team do you think I missed? I want to hear all your comments in any comment section below. And if you did like the video, put a like button and subscribe button. That would mean the world to me. Y'all been showing so much support on the videos, guys. YouTube's been kind of weird. I mean, for the first time ever, like, my videos, like, this has never happened. I've been making YouTube videos for years, not only on this channel, and I mean, like, my YouTube videos have never done this. I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with YouTube because I've been seeing it happen to bigger YouTubers. Like, their videos in the first, like, 2 or 3 hours, they'll do good, they're normal, they're climbing like usual, and that's what mine will do. But then, literally, once it hits that 5th or 6th hour of being uploaded, it will hit a brick wall and just die. It's dead. Plop. It just stays there. So I mean, YouTube's kind of messing up, but eventually they're gonna get their stuff together. They always do. They're a good company. So I mean, they're gonna get their YouTube. They're gonna get all their stuff fixed, I'm sure. So I mean, I'm gonna keep grinding through this, and as long as you guys are showing support, I'm gonna keep grinding these videos out every single day for you guys. And thank you for all the support y'all been showing. It literally means the world to me. I also have to give all praise to God. He's giving me these blessings. He gave me this computer. He's giving me the motivation to do this. He's giving me everything to be able to make these videos for you guys every single day. And I mean, trust me, I will be having a video out tomorrow. I love doing this. I'm going to keep grinding these videos out every single day for you guys. We are going to make it 1K, and hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to have 1K subscribers, and I would be so thankful for that, and I could not thank y'all enough if we hit that. And subscribe to PewDiePie, because fuck T-Series. YouTube, don't demonetize me. I'm letting myself, I don't get monetized anymore. But anyway, that was a joke, obviously. So yeah, thank y'all so much, and hope you have a blessed day, because I have a blessed day, so you need to have a blessed day. See you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, 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 blah.